Once again, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about photoemissive cell. So before discussing about photoemissive cell, we must know what is photoelectricity. So photoelectricity is nothing but generating electricity by using light energy. Or we can be say photoelectricity is about light energy is being converted into electrical energy. So this happens in three different ways, and that are called photoconductive effect, photovoltaic effect, and photoemissive effect. So photoelectricity is nothing but to convert light energy into electrical energy, and this process can be based on the three type of effects. And the first one is called photoconductive effect. So photoconductivity is the tendency of a substance to conduct electricity to an extent depends on the intensity of light radiant energy striking on the surface of a sample. So photoconductivity can be defined. It is the ability of a substance to conduct electricity when striking light energy to the surface of the substance. That means when light energy falls on the surface, the resistivity of the material is increased or decreased corresponding to the intensity of the light. So this material is able to conduct or non-conduct. It may be act as a conductor or an insulator. And most of the semiconductor materials show this property. So this is photoconductive effect. So the conductivity of the material is increased or decreased corresponding to the intensity of the light is called photoconductivity effect. And second one is called photovoltaic effect. So this is the ability of the cell to generate electric current corresponding to the intensity of the sunlight is called photovoltaic effect. So photovoltaic effect is defined as a process of generate voltage or current in a photovoltaic cell when it is exposed to sunlight. Or we call this photovoltaic effect, example of photovoltaic effect is the solar cell. So here solar cell will be convert the light energy into electrical current. So it is this effect that makes solar panel too useful. And as it's how the cell within the panel convert the sunlight to electrical energy. When sunlight falls on the PN junction of the solar cell, electrons will be generated, and these electrons are collected as used for the electric current. So this is photovoltaic effect. And third one is photoemissive effect. So photoemissive cells are commonly known as phototube. So it makes use of photoelectric effect, as I said earlier. So the phenomena whereby light sensitive surface gives off electron when struck by the light is the principle behind photoemissive cell. So this movement of electrons from cathode to anode constitute electric current, which can be used as a source of power. So here, when light energy falls on the surface of the photoemissive material, it emits electrons, and these electrons are moved to the positive terminal, and it is collected by the positive terminal, and they constitute a electric current. So this is the principle behind photoemissive effect. So photoelectric effect can be three types, as I say earlier. Here we discuss this third one, that is photoemissive effect. So the example of photoemissive effect used is called photoemissive cell, or it is also called phototube or a photoelectric cell. It's a type of gas-filled or vacuum tube that is sensitive to light. So photoemissive cells are a type of gas-filled or vacuum tube that is sensitive to light. So it makes use of photoelectric effect. So the phenomena whereby light sensitive surface gives off electron when struck by light. So the phenomena behind this photoemissive cell is photoemissive effect, and it is when light strikes on the surface of photoemitting material, it gives off electrons, and this is used. This principle is used behind photoemissive cell. As we know that the outermost of the orbit of an atom is called valence band, and the electrons in the valence band can be escape, or we can remove the electrons from the valence band by applying some energy, and this energy is either it is heat energy or light energy. By using heat energy or light energy, we can remove these electrons from the, or we can free these electrons from the outermost orbit of the cell. So here we use light energy. If you give enough light energy to these electrons will be acquire enough energy, and it is escape from this valence band, and it is become, we call it is as free electrons. So this principle is used here. So when photons strike the cathode, the electrons in the light sensitive substance absorb the energy. So cathode is coated with some light sensitive substance, and this light sensitive substance absorb the energy. Electrons in this light sensitive substance absorb the energy, and thus electrons acquire enough energy to escape from the outermost orbit or surface of the metal. So when a potential difference is applied, these electrons are moved towards anode. This is cathode, and here it is anode. When light strikes on this surface of the material, free electrons are generated, and if you applied a potential difference such that cathode is connected to negative and here it is positive, these electrons are moved towards anode, and thus constitute a current, electric current. So this is the principle behind photoemissive cell. Then let us see the construction of the photoemissive cell. So it consists of a vacuum tube. This is a vacuum tube housed in glass or quartz containing two electrodes. A curved surface or semi-hollow cylinder surface is called cathode, or it is also called emitter. Cathode or emitter. And a slender rod called anode, or it is also called collector. So the cathode, as I say earlier, it is shaped in a semi-hollow cylinder. Cathode is a semi-hollow cylinder and is coated with sensitive material. Cathode is a semi-hollow cylinder. This is the cathode. And the cathode is a semi-hollow cylinder and is coated with photosensitive material. And this cathode is always kept in a negative potential. And the second electrode is anode, or it is called a collector. It's a thin metal rod, as seen here. It is a thin metal rod which is placed in the axis of semi-cylinder emitter. This metal rod is placed in the axis of this semi-cylinder cathode, and a positive potential is applied to here. So, and this glass tube is fitted on a non-metallic base. It's fitted on a non-metallic base like this, and pins are provided at the base for the external connections. So this is the construction of a photoemissive cell. Now let us see the working of the photoemissive cell. As I said earlier, the semi-cylinder cathode is coated with photoemissive material. When light falls on this cathode, the electrons in the surface of this cathode will acquire enough energy and they will escape from the surface of the cathode. And this cathode is connected to the negative potential of the battery. As electrons are negative charge particles, it is repelled away from this cathode. And also, the anode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. And these escaped electrons are moved towards the anode and thus constitute an electric current. So the radiation energy is more, or intensity of the light radiation is more electrons are generated from the cathode and thus more electric current will be produced. So this is a working principle of photoemissive cell. So now let us see the advantage and disadvantage of these cells. This emission is, advantage is, first one, the emission is instantaneous. And second, maximum current is proportional to the intensity of radiation. And third, it's a high sensitivity. And the disadvantages are there. First one, it generates extremely small current. Due to this photoemissive effect, there is a small current can be generated. Second, direct power supply is required for maintaining a potential. So first it is generate a small current. Due to this type of cells are not advisable for generating solar energy. So to generating solar energy we use photovoltaic effect. The second, it requires potentials, additional potential. So it is also some disadvantage. And third one, they are more expensive. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of photoemissive cell. Then let us see the applications. It is used in camera exposure controller, photocopy machine for density of to checking the density of the toner, colorimetric test equipment. It is mainly used in medical laboratories for testing our blood, urine, etc. That is automatic testing machine use this colorimetric effect. Then automatic rear view mirror in automobiles. Also in automatic headlight dimmer in automobiles. And it is also used for light, street light control. And many other applications we can use these photoemissive cells. So, I conclude this topic here. So, today we are discussing what is photoelectricity, what are the three effects to generating photoelectricity, what is the principle behind photoemissive cell, then work construction of photoemissive cell, and working principle, advantage and disadvantage and applications of photoemissive cell. So thank you for listening me.